You know, I've been trying to do this YouTube thing, and I watched a lot of videos. Like, I've watched a whole lot of videos, and I know how to get your first 100 subscribers, how to get your first 1,000 subscribers, how to do your thumbnail, how to link your videos, how to make sure you have the right tag, and all of that. And I am a different person from a lot of people. And what I might find funny, a lot of persons will not find funny. That is just life. But one thing that I've always been, or a type of person that I've always been in my life, is I'm always a good listener, and I tend to always give good advice, which I never seem to take for myself. But it's almost like, you know what? I've been asking my partner to, do some videos. I have some ideas and all of that. And he's not the camera type of person. I'm pretty sure a lot of persons have partners that aren't just the camera type of person. I mean, that's fine. And I've gotten mad at him for not doing a video with me, which I think would be funny. But at the end of the day, you know what? I sit and I watch some YouTubers that I love. I love Meet the Mitchells, and Tammy is very inspirational. And she reminds me so much of myself, especially when I'm being extremely positive. And you can't force people to do what they don't want to do. It's like at the end of the day, they have to decide what is right for them. They have to decide what they want to do, what they think is right for them. And you can't force them to do. At the end of the day, especially us as women, sometimes we try to enact change in people, especially men or partners. But at the end of the day, people will only change if they see a need to change, or if it's a case that they probably respect you enough or love you enough to know what, this person is doing this, so let me go ahead and change, or not change but grow with the person on a certain level. But at the end of the day, if somebody doesn't feel like to grow with you on that level, then at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with that. It's not bad that the person isn't ready or doesn't want to go with you on that level. It doesn't mean that they don't love you anymore. It doesn't mean that you can't love them. It doesn't mean that you can't go ahead and do whatever you want to do on your own. What it actually does is sometimes it opens a different door for you to see yourself in places where you've never seen yourself before. Sometimes it opens a door for you to try new things, for you to learn new things. Because right now I've been trying to do a video for a very, very long time, and in my mind, I have the pitch. I know what I want to do, and I'm convinced that it's going to be super funny. But at the end of the day, it's a two-person thing, and I've been, going through my mind thinking about other ways that I can get to do the video by myself and play two characters and all of that. But then at the end of the day, you know what? Maybe it's just not meant to happen as yet. Not that it can never happen in the future, but maybe it's just not meant to happen as yet. But because you want to force something, because you're so excited to get into this new thing, everybody's doing YouTube right now, and you want to do that. And sometimes, even for young YouTubers just like myself, at the end of the day, sometimes I just don't have that support. And I've even reached out to one of my friends and said to her, that's my biggest issue. I don't have the support to push. And that is the reason why a lot of persons, they don't go further in their lives. In their lives, because you probably want to start a business, you probably want to get a home, you probably want to get a loan, and that person that would be there to sit with you to say, you know what, I absolutely think that you should go ahead and do this, or give it that push and that drive to be there as that rock, that corner that you could lean upon. They're not there. And then you, is almost like you have the devil and the Lord on both your shoulders, and one person saying, no man, you can't do it. Next person saying, no, you absolutely can't do this. You need to have somebody with you. You need to get a loan from the bank. You need your mother's confirmation. You need your father's confirmation. You know what? If your friends say it can't work, it won't work. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't be that. It should be you and what you believe, because at the end of the day, only you can actually do it. Nobody can actually do it for you. And I'm literally just sitting here and I'm like, you know what? This is just who I am. At the end of the day, YouTube is something that I would love to get into. I'm actually into it. It's something that I see myself, but it's not even for the money. It's just to share my personality. And my personality is wild and it's very different. And sometimes I may do a prank, sometimes I may do a little skit, and sometimes I just may have times that I motivationally talk. I literally sit on YouTube when I'm not working on. I just go through people's profile, and there are quite a few persons that I'm fond of that I take some inspiration from. And I mean, I have horrible lighting. I don't have the fancy front camera on my phone, and yes, I'm using my back camera. And that's just it. And I don't even feel like I want to edit this video. And it's not even like, you're just putting it out there to make money. This almost just feels like a little inspirational moment, because a lot of times, a lot of persons that I know, they want to do something, but because someone else isn't there for them, they find themselves not being able to do it. I mean, you watch the videos, they need a perfect lighting, they need the perfect equipment. But to be honest, you're starting out, you don't have the perfect lighting, you don't have the perfect equipment, you don't have 100 followers, you don't have the amount of views, you don't have the support. But does that mean you're not going to move forward? Does that mean you're going to stop? Does that mean you're not going to get up and try to create a video and post it out there to show yourself? If it's a case where you really just want to showcase something with the world, you shouldn't allow other people to dictate how that happens. You shouldn't allow other people to dictate the process and the speed at which you do it. At the end of the day, nothing is going to be perfect. You see a lot of YouTubers post, if you ever watch my first video, you're going to crack. And I'm pretty sure that this video is going to be one of my first videos that I can probably go back to 5 years, 10 years from now, and even show my kids to say, you know what, look at mommy. One night she was sitting outside stressed that, her partner wouldn't assist her, but it gave somebody inspiration. And that's just what it is. I mean, I don't look perfect. I don't have the perfect hairstyle. As a matter of fact, I don't ever have the perfect hairstyle. And a lot of persons, they probably don't even care to hear this, but somebody out there needs that inspiration. Somebody out there just needs that little push to know that, you know what? Not because they don't have someone in a corner and someone on the side to say you can do it means you can't do it. And that's the thing. Not every time you need someone else's validation to say that you can. Sometimes you have to be your own boss and know that you can and actually do it. And then once you've done it, you show the person that, you know what, I was actually worth that shot. I was actually worth you being in my corner. I was actually worth you supporting me. But then at the end of the day, some persons might be happy, some persons might not be sad, or some person might be sad for you. But you can't let that get you down. You have to just try to get up and do what your mind tells you to do. Anything that you put your mind to, you can actually achieve it. And if you feel like, you know what, this is a forum that you want to work forward on, then you absolutely do it. That's just what it is. It is not always going to be fun and games. We live in reality, and especially with the virus going around, a lot of persons nowadays, they want to have the funny skits and they want to have the laugh, but sometimes we have to come back to reality, because to be honest, the world, the economy, everything has crashed or crashed and is probably trying to build, or in some cases it's still crashing. But we want that escape, and sometimes the escape isn't always the best thing for us. And the thing is, when you escape too much, you are making your reality a fantasy. And as such, you are living in that fantasy. And when the reality hits, it's sometimes too late for you to actually fix it. Sometimes it's too late for you to actually come back from that fantasy into your reality. So sometimes these things, they're very important. You need to listen, keep yourself rooted and grounded. Yes, you need to laugh, but you can't always live in that world and that dream world of all that fantasy. So that was just my 2 cents. At the end of the day, you don't always need somebody to be there with you. You don't always need somebody to push you, to hold you up or to push you through. Sometimes you have to just be your own motivator. Sometimes you have to be your own back door, your own cornerstone. Sometimes you have to have your own back. And that's just what it is.